Hello! Hello and welcome everyone. Acidic, congratulations on being first. Hello and welcome. The cat is adorable. You posted in the Discord. I approve. Today we're going back at a More Armored Core 6. Yo, Stygian! I appeared at the start for once. You did indeed. Hello and welcome. I hope you're all having a good day. Apologies for being a little bit late starting. I am still having my lunch. Yum. Noodles. I was a bit been running around a little bit ragged this morning. I'm not quite sure why. Just trying to get shit done, send emails, and I lost track of time. Also, heading out to a friend's tonight for more Magic the Gathering. It's like 3 weeks in a row. Crazy. So much Magic the Gathering. So much Gadget the Mathering. Hey, speaking of Gadget the Mathering.
Hello.
Hey, Bolnir. Hello and welcome to you too. Right, so we ended up getting quite thoroughly sauced by Ibis last time, so we are going to try something. So, what I noticed is that I was able to like rush her down and like, you know, shoot her with my shoulder weapons and stack her very easily. I'm referring to Ibis as an autonomous robot, but very obviously they're based on the svelte design of the mech and the very obvious allusions to Millennia because of all the red and the wings. They're obviously going for Ibis to be more a feminine mech, so I'm gonna try this. I'm actually, where is it? I'm gonna buy this, and I'm gonna buy this. We're just gonna try melee. There's such a thing as too much MTG. I mean, yes, you definitely can get burned out on it. Excuse me, once again. It's elite lunch. Yum yum yum. So let's ditch the second minigun. So attack power 1688. Yeah, nothing comes close to matching the pile bunker in terms of damage output. The grenade launcher is very close. But we'll see. We'll see. This could be terrible. It could be great. You don't know unless you try. Yeah, Ibis is referred to as AC6's Millennia online him. Yeah, like without like I've not googled it because it's one of those. I don't feel the need to Google how to beat this boss.
From here on out,
I felt like I was getting pretty close last time. I just needed to, in the immortal words of, well, every Dark Souls player as ever, I need to get good.
Your voices are so close now. This is my
Main system activating combat mode.
Right, so before I go anywhere, whoops.
Let's go, Raven.
V2 Snail, come in. Requesting backup. We have insufficient force to ensure success.
Right, so this thing has got a charge, but it's no swing.
That's the Archivist CC squad. Isn't that one with the red guns?
looks like the drones are keeping them busy.
The independent mercenary.
was just getting bored of cleaning up trash. I moved why. Prepare to die.
This is too risky. Commander, V2 Snail. Please come in. This is Materson, requesting backup.
2 repair kits.
Please, Snail, come in.
I guess I just
The Vespers
bully that
left
guy in the corner.
wasn't pretty.
The credit shall be all mine. A fabulous opportunity. Balaam was a sinking ship. The Archivist's stars on the rise. And me, I'll be well rewarded when I bring them your head on a silver platter. Yes, I smell opportunity.
1 repair kit remaining.
I don't like that the comm literally it waits until like a lull in voice lines and things for the comm to be like, by the way, you know, so you can actually hear it.
Let's read the signs.
He was right to bet against Balaam, but his luck had run
Did I
out
misread the
already.
signs? Yes, the signs where I'm shooting you.
CC squad has been eliminated.
Secure the area, 621. Looks like you're clear. Keep
There we
moving.
go. But what else happens in this mission? You fight those two. And... oh yeah, there's the bloody pinwheels.
The vascular plant. It's still here.
He must mean that gigantic
Just stay on the
structure in
bridge.
distance.
Let's not go down there. No worries, acidic. Enjoy your grub.
Enemy detected.
Bye. No, I didn't say lock on, did I? Just going straight to the boss fight.
Readings are off the chart. You're close.
I think it may be a little bit easier to use.
Ammunition has
I think it might be easier to use the lance. The lance probably has a lunge. The pile bunker doesn't. Well, it does, but it's very short range. It is one-shotting everything.
GP at 50%.
The response is getting stronger. We're nearly there, 621.
But you fucking survived. Survived that, asshole. Here we go. Reload. Yes.
It's all.
Here we are, 621. Arquebus will be here soon. Investigate before they arrive.
This has been the seal so far. It's not just powered by Coral. I think it's controlled by Coral too.
It's not 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. The security measures
Okay, let's let's restart. That didn't start particularly well.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons.
Let's not get shot by the giant laser cannon blast. I might have to switch out the Petra. Didn't even lock on and dash through that. I just kind of took the lasers in the face. Like a chuckle.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. But now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
You won't get many chances to redirect it. I know you can find a way.
2 repair kits remaining. AP at 50%.
Yeah, that. Yo, Jake. Hello and welcome, dude. How are you, man? I did it again. I forgot to lock on. Yeah, the pile bunker's very hard to use.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. But now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
Actually, kill me, please. I'm having noodles.
621! Ah, damn it. Not like this.
That doesn't count as a death. I specifically let. That was just me letting rebuild. I mean, I'm not going to bother adjusting the counter, but that doesn't count. It doesn't. Standing still so that I can basically be like, you know what? I need to rejig things. Yeah, what is it? Let's try the laser lance. You know what? We'll try all the weird melee variants. I don't know. Maybe the plasma thrower thing. I don't know.
Powered by coral. I think it's controlled by coral too.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. But now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
The laser lance immediately is a little bit better than the pile bunker because it charges.
It's controlled by coral too.
But the downside is
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral
downside
disasters.
is
A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. But now their original masters are long gone.
I'm having a hard time filling up. I'm having a hard time filling up the stagger gauge without the double chain guns. The double chain guns is what was making our stagger. So
Powered by coral. I think it's controlled by coral too.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. But now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
Boss sucks.
Listen up, 61. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe.
Chris, stop pressing the fucking...
Masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
Oh, fuck. Nope. Ugh. Why are you being such a bitch today? I asked that like you weren't being a bitch yesterday.
Listen up, 61. The Ibis
You know what, kill me?
ordinary weapons.
The laser lance is just not good enough.
Disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. And now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you. 861! Ah, damn it. Not like this.
The laser lance takes too long to charge. Like, yeah, you charge a good distance, but generally I want a melee weapon to, you know, activate immediately when I press the button, not take its sweet time. Let's try this thing. Right, we'll go through all the energy weapons. All the melee weapons.
Listen up, 61. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons.
Strafed, but not fast enough, clearly.
Listen up, 61. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. Now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
No, I don't. Just kill me. This energy whip thing is garbage.
61!
Honestly, no, I wouldn't like. I didn't see even do any damage. Just like. Like, wait, this guy's like a plasma mine? What was it? Let me have a look at this. Plasma thrower. Charge the weapon to scatter mines. No. Let's just go with the... Yeah, well... Oh, wait, hold on. Nah, we'll just take the energy blade. See what that does for us. Because the attacks from that come out quickly. Failing that, we're just going to stick to what we had before.
Listen up, 61. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. Now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you. Keep it up, 621.
Immediately, the energy sword feels better.
repair kits remaining. AP at 50%.
Keep it up, 621. Can't take much more of this.
Neither can I. That's a death.
Not like this. Listen up, 621. The Ibis
Hey, Beeve. Hello.
series are no ordinary weapons. They're
How you doing,
designed
man?
to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. But now their original masters are long gone.
Nope. I'm actually starting to think that maybe the chain guns were reliably getting me to phase 3.
It's controlled by Coral 2.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe.
You know what? Yeah, kill me.
Original masters are long gone.
Tired of stuff to do, so much stuff, no idea where to start. So it's great.
AP at 30%.
Really,
621. Damn it. Not like this.
I'm okay. Whole bunch of stuff that I had to work on this morning to get done, emails and whatnot to send for various shit that I've got going on, but I'm good. Right, we're just gonna go back to the double chain guns. Double chain guns were just working and reliably got me to phase 2. This is the changing up the melee.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. Now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
It's taking damage right now. I know what to find a weapon.
Keep it up, 621. Can't take much more of this.
AP at 30%.
Well, neither can I can't take much more of this either.
We're in danger.
Focus, 621. You have to focus.
Yeah.
Enemy call response.
Prevent core disasters.
Wait.
13 4 people gathering in Sweden in a few hours or a few days or with team events, so we'll get even more behind. Oh, nice. Well, phase 2 with 1 heal and 1 shield.
Coming back.
No heals,
Reactivated.
only 2/3 of our health. This is fine. This is
This
fine.
Ibis series is truly capable of.
Drawing power from its environment. Destroy its generator.
AP at 50%.
Significant damage. Picking up the power from enemy resonance. Attach the core.
AP at 30%.
You can take it, 621. 621. Damn it. Not like this.
Yeah. Dual miniguns are the way forward. Oh, you got a one-piece tattoo. Nice. Where'd you get it? What did you get? Let's increment the death counter to the appropriate level.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. Now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
Ow!
Keep it up, 621. Can't take much more of this.
AP at 50.
Yeah, neither can I though. No shields left. Left arm, the Alabasta X mark. Some changes at the end of the X. Freehand by the artist, so it's not just round edges. Right.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. And now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
Taking damage, Raven.
I love the way that when the lock-on was there and I just fired that shot right over its head.
Can't take much
That attack, the double slash and then the third slash, it's so hard to dodge the third slash.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
61.
That's another bit.
Damn it.
So is someone still on the fence of Baldur's Gate 3 any good? No, it's terrible, don't buy it. Worst game. Wouldn't recommend it. I've only played it for, I don't know. My main save's currently at about 160 hours. Terrible. I'm going to be here all day, I think.
Listen up, 621. The Ibis series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. Now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
Taking damage, Raven. I know you can find a way.
Keep it up, 621. Can't take much more of this.
How did you not? Ah, okay. God, this game looks awesome. I can scrape together for one game, and if you, yeah,
Silent.
Baldur's Gate 3 is hands down. I mean, it's a masterpiece. The game is like there is nothing I can find. Right, it is in terms of like the gameplay, the story, everything is fantastic. It still has some bugs. But they're doing an absolutely amazing job of fixing them, so good to know. Just avoid BGC playing length isn't so bad. Good luck the response I get from everyone I ask. And you asked two people. Right. One shield, one heal.
It's coming back.
It's reactivating.
Is this what the Ibis series is truly capable of?
It's resonating with the drawing power from its
I
environment.
hate that it gets to attack me, and I'm like, dude.
Destroy its generator.
No!
Damn it. Not like this.
Ree! Exclamation mark, dead. Somebody record that death. Well, yeah, the miniguns are doing the job for me.
Listen up, 621. The IBIS series are no ordinary weapons. They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep Rubicon safe. But now the original masters are gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
Andy!
Keep it up, 621. It can't take much more.
Okay,
Coral response. Silent.
full health,
One
shield.
repair kit remaining.
and a repair kit. Okay.
It's coming back.
Oh, I can do this.
It's reactivating.
Also, the shield is now active. Thank for. Good.
It's resonating with the alien core, drawing power from its environment. It won't stop until we destroy its generator.
No repair kits remaining.
Enemy has taken significant damage. Thinking of the powerful ambient resonance.
You've nearly got it,
Come on.
621. You're the only one who can.
Yeah.
Enemy generator compromised.
It's gonna blow. Get out of there, 621. Is it over, 621?
Fucking better be.
The coral resonance. It's fading. The
What a
machines
fucking cool
resolve,
boss, though.
inherited from its creators. Voices from the past fading into.
No, 621, move.
Raven, you're losing control.
Damn it. They were once away.
That's probably no good. Cells and ring all over. Time for the armored beast.
Target neutralized. Yes, yes. I left the subject alive as instructed. Only a fool would try to outfox Arquebus. I'll see that the unruly dog is punished and brought to heel. Oh, and of course,
That's not good for me.
let's not forget the Hound's master either.
Cross one. Feel like I have to get back to it. Catch you later, man. Catch you later, Beef. Thanks as always for being here, for all the support, and for just generally being an awesome human being. Good luck with the rest of your stuff, by the way. Ah. I got some bendy legs.
Arquebus seized control of the coral, and its occupying
Yes, I will hydrate.
forces swiftly commandeered the entirety of Institute City. There, they discovered a wealth of forgotten relics. Among them, experimental weapons that the Institute kept secret, fearing they were beyond human control.
As always.
A group of sea weapons bearing the name of the Central Coral Control System. The IBIS series. Arquebus also claimed a towering coral siphon, abandoned since the fires. The vascular plant. Now, they toiled to repair the plant and extend its reach beyond Rubicon's atmosphere. The Liberation Front no longer had the power to stop them. And the fires of war continued to smolder as the end drew near.
Not sure where that leaves me.
Raven? I found a message addressed to you. Decoding and playing back.
621. A friend of mine sent a request. Now, this one comes from me. You know what hidden dangers lurk within the coral. The fires of Ibis should have wiped the coral out, but it survived, gathered, and it's been steadily multiplying ever since. Now the coral convergence is growing at an exponential rate. Eventually, it'll spill out from Rubicon and contaminate space itself. The coral must be burned, 621. Even if that means reigniting the fire that scorched the stars. This isn't an order. It's a legacy. My fallen friends entrusted this duty to me, and now it's my turn to hand it on. 621. Feed the fire. Let the last cinders burn.
I mean, it's not FromSoft if it's not got
I
fires and
have one
cinder.
last job for
Hey,
you.
hun.
Find your freedom.
Yeah, I beat that boss.
Raven.
And, yeah, it's definitely sounding...
Now I finally understand what Walter was thinking. This AC. He must have foreseen this outcome and prepared for it. It's time for us to escape.
Oh, no, don't force me into that rust bucket.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oh, what is this thing? Sortie using an older AC. You will use an old gen AC instead of your actual craft of this mission. The AC is made from junk parts and its performance leaves much to be desired. Right trigger, rapid fire hand machine gun, left bumper, fire left shoulder, scatter bazooka.
I found some coordinates in the AC systems. He's showing us the way out.
Oh my god. I'm literally in a junker.
Can't believe they put us on sewer duty. It's that ancient piece of
He's still
shit they're
scanning,
worried
though.
about. Is that an AC? Where'd it come from? That piece of scrap's alive. Is that Institute deck?
You should avoid combat as
Well,
much as possible,
my
Raven.
shoulder. I mean, oh.
I'm afraid this AC is no match for your abilities.
Oh yeah, I'm in a pile of crap. How's your day going, hun? Hopefully it's more busy but no stress. Jamming rounds rupture on impact, creating an effect to disrupt enemy lock-on. They say equip with their jamming weapon. Yeah.
We're at a disadvantage. Let's find a way around them. If they do spot you, your left-hand weapon is equipped with jamming rounds.
Hey you, get back to work.
Right, motherfucker.
Wait, they're not with us.
Here's our way back to the surface. This AC should have just enough propulsion.
See, it should have just enough propulsion. Get up there, you piece of... Oh my god.
Is this the outskirts of Institute City?
This is V6 Pater, calling all security team members. Raven, the independent mercenary undergoing re-education, has escaped. Be alert for anyone hiding in the environs of Institute City. Tighten the net.
Raven, Arquebus is on high alert. Use your scanner to evade combat situations.
Way ahead of you, lady. This mission doesn't seem too bad so far. I say so far because this is FromSoft.
Searchlights. We'll be in trouble if they spot us.
Enemy contact. AC, full throttle.
Raven, the searchlights.
It's Raven! Neutralize the fugitive!
Well done. You can just leave me alone, that's fine too.
We're not far from our destination, Raven. Walter's message. Is he gone? What's this? I've checked. It's not a trap.
Emergency beacon intercepted. Been a while, tourist. Good to see you're still kicking. Chief's coming to pick you up. Head to the rendezvous point.
And that
He's
is...
from our AD. Karma. She must be involved with Walter's mission.
Today's good. Good. I am glad. Ow!
This is the rendezvous point. Enemies detected.
We found Raven! Close to New!
This is V6 Peter. I've received orders from V2 Snail. If they cause a resist, you are authorized to use lethal force. Stop Raven by all means necessary. You have your orders.
Or don't. You can just leave me alone.
There's too many of them. Wait. I'm picking up something else.
Hey, tourist! Having a little trouble?
Yes.
Walter. He asked me to look after you. Don't mind if I do.
Company! It's another AC! I'm reading.
Oh.
Great teeth! Those are junkyard?
Carlos AC. She's backing us up, Raven.
I don't just design weapons, you know. He'll see what I mean.
There's a lot of them, Chief, but they're just MTs. Should have let me handle this. Our AD needs you in one piece.
Missing the point, Chatty. This is our
There you go.
tourist grand escape. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Looks like we're clear. We better book it before more company shows up.
She's got the fucking
Sending a
ridiculous
chopper.
multi-missile
We
pods.
retrieved the tourist's AC, too.
Once we've caught our breath, let's talk. About
Okay.
Walter.
Well, that mission wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. That was fine. Yeah. $0.
Augmented human C4621. Entering standard mode. Incoming comms.
Okay.
Back in your old AC? You were made for each other. The fact that you're still alive means that Walter made the right bet. All right. You deserve to know what we've been fighting for. I'll get you introduced with the next mission.
New parts. Interesting. A needle gun. Bazooka grenade launcher. Laser rifle. Split missile launcher. Laser dagger. Well, I do like the sound of super fast melee attacks, but I'm kinda all in on the grenade cannon. High-end model, its raw power and blast radius verge on excessive and make it hard to handle, yet it enchants mercenaries with a considerable destructive force. Laser cannon, plasma cannon, split missile launcher, dual missile launcher, vertical missile launcher, container missile launcher. Container missile fires a container that flies on a forward trajectory and is loaded with a number of micro missiles which scatter explosions during the container's flight. Sounds cool. Oh, that was it. They just added this weird hammerhead head. Huh. Again, I mean, most of these arms are tougher than the Nachdrayer arms, but firearm specialization is just too good. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? It turns into like a fucking Gundam battleship. So silly. Assist. Long range assist. Nope. This. Wait, what parts did I not look at? What did I not look at? None of these are new. Ah, I saw there was a sneaky extra offhand weapon in there. So yeah, all of the parts are just the rust bucket parts. Oh wait, and the arms. No, it was legs. It was Mind Beta legs. Very cool. Alternate restaurant legs made a new approach to part explores changing human sense of perception through the introduction of alien elements, in this case animal-like digitigrade legs. Yep, well, sticking with the I'm a huge lad build, it just works. Oh, actually. What missions have we got? Take the uninhabited floating city. Oh, you want me to take over the entirety of the floating city that's full of autonomous support drones? Alright. Yeah, the plasma dagger, when you need to really stab someone. Jesus, it's 22 degrees.
Burnt the planet up. A secret organization formed, hiding in the ashes. Overseer, the Association of Observers. They monitored the coral's growth, ready to burn it before the collapse came. That was their mission. Our mission. Me, Walter, and our fallen friends. RAD was always a front. A side hustle. It's time for me to get back to my real work.
I had to put my fan on.
Let's get
It's
down
like I
to
said,
brass
22
tacks.
fucking degrees.
You've been to
This
Xylem
September,
before,
get your
right?
shit together,
The
Scotland.
floating city created by the Institute.
Yes, and I had a bad time.
It's hiding a secret. A little something to prepare against the coming collapse. We need to get to it and fast. RID's entire team of hackers is going to be working to take control of Xylem. I want you to deal with Arquebus when they come running to see what we're up to.
Okie
Overseer, the Association of Observers. They want to burn the coral.
I mean, so far we're not really sure what the coral does in the sense, like, what horrible negative impact the coral has on the world. So far, the big negative impact is if you set it on fire, it chain reacts and incinerates the planet and also adjacent planets, which is generally bad. So I guess the takeaway is don't incinerate it.
I need you to protect that tower until we've managed to take control.
Normalization process K. Deploying Chief.
Chief, I've cracked some of the defense systems.
Good job, Chatty. That'll buy us some time. Looks like you're in position. Chatty, how much longer till we have control?
Give me 5 minutes, and the corpse will...
I'm picking up an Arquebus MT squad.
Well, guess who showed up early? Looks like you're up already, tourist. Give him the old RAD welcome.
We have to see this through. Raven, I'll support you.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
Okay.
Normalization process B1. Plasma cannons ready.
We've got access to support weaponry. Use them if you need the help.
Down here. Yep. Oh, you know what? Let's see.
Escalating mid-level privileges.
3 more minutes. Hang in there, tourist.
Now we've got snipers.
Hey, tourist, go clear them out.
Where are the other snipers?
Tower shield losing integrity.
We've got high-level access now. 2 more minutes and it's ours.
Minigun's not really doing a lot of work today.
Wait, we've got something else.
No vital signs. They're suicide drones.
They're playing for keeps. Make sure you don't miss, tourists.
The shield's at its limit. The shield's offline.
We're in trouble now.
Reinforcements. There's a lot of them.
Right, I
Looks
don't
like
think there's
they're
really a lot I
falling
could do
over each
there.
other to
Like,
get
that's
your
I think that's
autograph,
intentional.
tourist.
Raven, heavily armed LC.
Just 1 more minute to go, tourist.
The tower can't take me.
Yeah. Well, this mission's a pain in the ass, so I need those turrets.
Main system activating combat mode.
Get into
Also,
position,
I'm not quite
tourist.
sure how they got
It's
past
time.
me.
I need you to protect that tower until we've managed to take control.
Normalization process K. Deploying shield.
Chief, I've cracked some of the defense systems.
Good job, Chatty. That'll buy us some time. Looks like you're in position. Chatty, how much longer till we have control?
Give me 5 minutes, and the corpse will...
I'm picking up an Arquebus MT squad.
Well, guess who showed up early? Looks like you're up already, tourist. Give him the old RAD welcome.
We have to see this through. Raven, I'll support you.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
Normalization process B1. Plasma cannons ready.
We've got access to support weaponry. Use them if you need the help.
Like, it was like, use them if you need the help, and it's like, well, realistically, it should be use them if you need the help. It should be, yes, we need every angle, everything we can have, so deploy
4
the bloody
minutes
thing.
left. The system is ours, tourist.
Did that helicopter, did that helicopter just strafe? Although technically I suppose it's jinking. But still, then I realised, no, they were just recoiling from the massive explosion. The sniper wave.
Silent control. Escalating to mid-level
So it's
privileges.
2 minutes of
3
random
more
dudes.
minutes. Hang in there, tourist.
Now we've got snipers.
Hey, tourist, go clear them out.
really like it if those plasma cannons helped. You're finally checked in ahead of tomorrow's flights. Nice. What else have you got to do?
Wait, we've got something
I'm
else.
presuming you're thoroughly packed.
They're suicide drones.
You're playing for keeps. Make sure you don't miss, Taurus.
The shield's at its limit.
Okay, so you can destroy those suicide drones.
Reinforcements. There's a lot of them.
Looks like they're falling over each other to get your autograph, tourist. You've been working like a dog. Must be Walter's influence. Guy's a real slave driver.
Just 1 more minute to go, tourist.
2 repair kits remaining. Left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Give me 30 seconds and we'll have full admin access.
Just a little more, tourist.
That's enough out of you, buddy.
Left shoulder ammunition at 30%.
Oh, British Airways had to be difficult and told me that at the last minute that I need to pay a $20 application to the US Customs and Border, otherwise I'll be stuck. Oh, lovely. Very nice of you.
Cinder Karma.
Good job holding out, tourist. Now I'll show you what this city really is.
It's a battleship.
The water level's falling. No, the whole city's rising.
You can thank Walter for the tip. I give you the colony ship, Simon. Walter's parting gift.
Cool. Very few expenses. It was just a cool $500,000.
Let me fill you in on the plan.
Okay.
While you were captured, Arquebus finished their work on the vascular plant. It's pulling the coral through Rubicon's atmosphere, and it won't be long till they take it all. We need to burn the coral before it's too late. Of course, we can't just walk up to the plant and light a match. No, we're going to need something bigger. A lot bigger. Well, figured it out. The xylem isn't just our means of reaching the plant.
You're gonna crash it into it?
It's a giant powder keg. Plenty to set all that coral off.
Is that the Observer's plan?
Seems like a sensible plan. Or we could take the colony ship and just
The
fuck
corporations
off.
want only to devour the coral. The Observers fear the coral and want only to eradicate it. I believe in the shared potential of humanity and the Coral.
Horrible.
Raven, I need to ask you something.
Cool. Feels like this is the well. Feels like this is how the story really diverges. You either three potential endings depending on who you choose to side with.
No new message.
Aw, no mail. Wait, what new parts did I get? I don't remember getting a new part. Well, apparently I did. So, go me. Oh. Intercept the corporate forces or eliminate Carla. Well, that only gives me 81. Whereas this gives me 440,000 and extra money. And also, fuck the corporations. Anti-establishment, motherfuckers!
Here's the situation, tourist. Arquebus has sent its entire force after the Xylem. We're trying to fend them off, but honestly, we've got our backs to the wall right now. That's where you come in.
Uh-huh.
Leave the grunts to Chatty and the others. I've found someone just right for you. V1 Freud, the ace leading the corporate force.
I've killed him before.
Walter left me one last card to play. You. Once you're in, there's no turning back. Can I count on you?
I choose violence.
Raven, you've made your decision. I'm sorry.
Listen here, if you and the whole game were considerably less cryptic about what anybody's planning on to doing with Coral, what it is, then I might be more inclined to side with you. But since you're just a weird voice in my head,
Alright, let's roll.
yeah,
We've still got time
just
until
stick with the
V1
mercenary
deploys.
angle.
Deal with the corpse heavy hitters first. We need you to have a chance at winning this. No pressure, tourist.
V2, situation report, sir. We've engaged the independent mercenary.
So that's what it watches me.
I've got fires to put out on the ground. By all means, take charge of the triviality.
Get a load of the big mouth on him.
And I'm firing these giant explosions at you. You don't want to have your back to the wall.
Machine is breaking up!
Target destroyed. Keep it up, tourist.
We're taking a pounding, Chief. Looks like they boosted some of the PCA's best hardware.
Hear that, tourist? Let Chatty handle the starboard wing for now. You need to deal with the target.
Okie dokie.
2 repair kits remaining.
All over the field. He's got a shield. Ah, the worst. For sure to lead into it. Oh, shield. Get out of here. Ah. in. Let me in! I wanna kill everything.
Visuals on the independent mercenary, sir. Understood. Eliminated!
Now we've got an HC. This Artemis likes to recycle too. Always that PC intense.
One repair team remaining.
Can you lock onto him, please?
Light index
That'd be swell.
at 50%.
Sir. Is V1 ready to... I told you not to bother me, Grunt. Mercenary.
Looks like we've secured the area.
I was like, resupply?
Resupply while you can.
Resupply. I was like, I feel like a resupply is good.
Enemy reinforcements, Chief.
That guy had some cool impale laser
Find all
thing.
these people. Go give Chatty a helping hand, tourist.
Oh, you go handle the... Leave Chatty this. It's like all of a sudden now I need to go help Chatty. Because of course I do.
Chief, enemy detected. Coming in hot. ID code reads V1.
Freud's making his move. Hurry it up, tourist.
I would, but you left all the bloody doors closed.
Kept me waiting, tourist.
You made it. Chatty, good job holding out.
Did what I could. Now we can fight back.
I'm reading multiple LCs. And a pulse protection drone.
Move up front. Draw their fire.
Yes.
V1 is close.
Oh yeah? No rest for the wicked.
Yes. There you go.
Seems they weren't so trivial after all. Never mind. That's what we have B1 for.
It's boss
You
time.
must be Raven. Never sparred with one of Walter's hounds before. This had better be worth it. Let's get this trash out of the way.
Chatty! Chatty, he's...
AI controlled AC, always the same. I haven't seen moves like that before. Interesting.
This is no time for fun games, Freud. Our objective is to seize this island. You can ignore the mutt.
Yes, Snail. You're right. Now then, let's continue. I'm glad I chose your company over Snail's. You fight like a hound on the hunt. This altitude, I'd expect to be scavenger bird.
Sorry, I'm behind you, tourist.
This isn't a particularly tricky fight so far. Yeah, he hits hard, but I meant harder.
What a glorious view. What up?
There he goes. Hunt.
Locksmith. More. I want more.
Confirmed. V1. Freud down.
Poor Chatty
I
stick.
was right to bet on you, tourist. Me, Walter, Chatty.
I love that they put in so much destructible stuff. Drive through everything. Oof. Huge pile of money. Wow, I'm honestly surprised I didn't get I mean, there's probably... I'm just kind of doing the missions, I'm not hunting the logs. I'm wondering what you should have by the end.
Incoming.
Just went to say goodbye to Chatty. He was an AI I developed. Could have moved him into a
Oh,
new
he was an
body,
AI.
but... Well, I never could bring myself to back him up. Be like taking the life out of him. You seem like you've lost someone too. Hope I'm just imagining things.
Yeah, what? Exit photo mode, yes. That's the one. I work for him. I work for Overseer now. Whoa. Breach the Karman line in the mesosphere. Destroy the Arquebus interceptor fleet.
I'll brief you on the job, tourist. The Xylem's just inside the Karman line, skimming the border of outer space. Meanwhile, Arquebus still hasn't taken full control over Rubicon's closure system. They're locked out of the satellite cannons, making this their last line of defense. We'll be fighting their interceptor fleet in the air. But we're not totally screwed. This area of space is thick with residual coral from the fires of Ibis. Take a dip in the coral flow, and you could draw on an unlimited source of energy. That's all, tourist. Break through the fleet, and the vascular plan is ours.
I wonder how long the limited energy lasts.
Time to do or die. Let's get our laughs while we can.
I now know why he was called Chatty Stick, because he was an AI on a USB.
Let the games begin. Hope you don't mind a little friendly competition. Whoops. Looks like I got the first point.
Locking approach to the vascular plant. Main fleet, hold the defensive line.
Bagged one yourself, huh? Or 101?
We've got eyes on the independent mercenary. Prioritize fire on Raven.
Yikes,
Why though?
tourist. Looks like they want you dead first. Tough break. It's not easy being popular. Put you down. Not bad, tourist. Looks like all your fans are dying to see you, tourist. Blast your way through. We're cleaning up.
Blast my way through what?
You can use the coral
hold the line.
This mission's not exactly
They're
thrilling,
spread
but
out wide.
you know, it's fun blowing
I'll
up
start
these
taking
ships.
them out from the right. You take the left.
Ow.
Main Fleet 2 is taking casualties. Hold the line.
Back to them myself, tourist.
One repair kit remaining.
That makes 5.
Yeah, let's approach these guys from the underneath.
Don't get hit. Nice one, tourist. That's number 6.
The second fleet's down. How are they doing this?
7 to 5. I gotta catch up. Last round. Let's get that rear guard, tourist.
Attention Main Fleet 3. Focus your keel railguns on that AC. This nonsense has gone too far.
Oh, we're serious. Right, tourist? Thing is, the serious ones die first, so we should at least pretend to be having fun. Eight interceptors down. I scored 2 more. We're not done yet. 9.
Wee.
10. Good job. That's this sector dealt with.
That wasn't too bad.
Wait, what's that? We're under attack? Tourist, unidentified AC on the Xylem. Head back, pronto.
I have not a lot of health.
Here we are, buddy. I was right all along.
Oh god.
You were just another threat to Rubicon.
It's that Vesper. That's no Archivist AC.
Even with the combined might of the corporations, I couldn't stop you. But this new AC kid,
Well, that explains it. I don't know why, but it looks like he was using the corpse too.
they've always been after Rubicon, taking what they can get. Someone has to put an end to this injustice.
Don't look at me,
Sure.
tourist.
Ow.
Just make sure you win this.
Where did this resolve come from? Must have chosen something. You found your purpose, didn't you? I won't stop. Chase the clouds from over Rubicon. Only I can fly high enough.
Left shoulder ammunition at 30%.
No, I've got 200. No!
Things will change, but I'll remember you.
Ah. Of course he had an extra life. Of course he had an extra life. Not bad for a first attempt. Where's the checkpoint though? Is it the start of this fight?
It's that
It
Vesper.
is.
That's no Archivist AC.
operations, I couldn't stop you. But this new AC can.
Well, that explains it. I don't know why, but it looks like he uses our force too.
They've always been after Rubicon, taking what they can get. Someone has to put an end to this injustice.
Don't look at me, tourist. Just make sure you win this.
Where did this resolve come from? Must have chosen something, sacrificed something. You found your purpose, didn't you? You flew just out of reach,
Well,
buddy.
didn't even heal that time.
Do him a favor, tourist. Remember him.
Well,
Satellite cannons? This isn't right. There's no way the corpse took the closure system. Who's controlling them?
I'll bet it's air, because she's like, you know, sorry, I can't let I can't let you do this, Kain. Oh, nice.
Augmented human.
The Alba's a really cool design, but yeah. It's unfortunately just not good enough. Yeah. Shut down the closure satellites. Concludes chapter. No objective, no details. Is this the final mission of playthrough 1? I think it is.
Raven,
Oh no, there she is.
I was the one who
Yeah,
fired
called
the
it.
satellite cannons. I know that you've made your choice. Then I must do my duty. As a Rubiconian. I'm waiting at the closure station. Come to me, Raven.
There you are, lady. Wonder how long will be on the final boss.
This ship's pretty roughed up. Autopilot's out. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'll leave the satellites to you, tourist.
Kinda just wish that she called me 621.
You know, for a tourist, you've got a sense of humor.
No, I really don't.
Good luck out there.
Also, I'm going to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Raven. I know you can still see it.
Okay, you can't see voices. Stop it. Weird. 23 degrees?
You turned your back on our shared potential.
Oh no.
You want to silence us forever.
My god, you can turn into a plane. That's so cool! Oh, it's just straight up final boss fight.
I will stop you. You will never burn Rubicon.
Oh, that's such a sick mech design.
Main system activating combat mode.
I will stop you. Catch the silo. Carrying our shared resolve on the wings of this machine. Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future in you. You and I could have walked together.
AP at 50%. AP at 50%. One repair kit remaining.
Dangerous. I hold nothing back.
AP at 50%. Light and ammunition at 50%.
I realize what you are. The spark of war. Fires that haunt Rubicon.
Leftover ammunition at 50%.
My brothers and sisters.
At 30%.
I'll end this, Raven.
Light hand ammunition at 30%. Left shoulder ammunition at 30%.
Humanity wants to burn it all. Everything on Rubicon.
No!
You were...
Not a bad first attempt! Not a bad first attempt! Let's make a little change.
Main system activating combat mode.
I will stop you. And the silo. Carrying our shared resolve on the wings of this machine. Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
2 repair kits remaining.
so close again. Ah. It's a cool fight, though. It's a cool fight.
I will stop you and the Cylon. Carrying our shared resolve on the wings of this machine. Symbiosis shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
AP at 50%. Two repair kits remaining. One repair kit remaining.
I
Please do.
realize what you are.
Oh,
The spark of war. Fires that haunt Rubicon.
Left hand and no repair kits remaining. AP at 50%.
Brothers and sisters.
Light hand ammunition at 50%. Leftover ammunition at 50%. AP at 30%.
Ira ends this.
oh, that's a sweeping laser. Oh, I thought I had her dead to rights there. Oh. Hey, Exine, hello, welcome to Exine. Exine, perhaps. Either way, hello, welcome, and thank you very much for the raid.
I'm sorry.
I meant to press thank you, I said I'm sorry instead. And yes, we're in a boss fight. You know... Oh, I just died.
You were the only one.
Then let me give you a shout out. It's the least I can do. How was your Armored Core endeavors?
Cost.
Oh, IRL Yu-Gi-Oh! Very nice. Very nice. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Myself, but that's cool. IRL cards, something that I would have loved to be able to do. It would definitely be weird
I'm
with my
going
setup.
to Judgment it.
Right, let's... The pulse gun is fine. It's aggressively fine.
Yeah.
But the minigun's are the way forward. You just beat New Game Plus Plus today. Nice! Very nice. Congrats. I'm only streaming one playthrough. As much as this game has got like New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus. I know there's like, you know, there's obviously a whole bunch of new content.
On res?
But also this clip is probably like the longest clip I've ever seen in my life. The pulse gun is good, but the dual miniguns are just too powerful.
Two repair kits remaining.
Ow. Usually a good trick to not lose track of the boss when she's training you.
nothing back.
One repair kit remaining.
I realize what you are.
Oh, phase 2 again.
A spark of war. Fires that haunt Rubicon.
Left AP at 50%.
How did that not hit her? She was entirely stationary. Get out of here, game. Normally I'm accepting of when games pull that kind of bullshit, but it's like, oh yeah, you missed. How? Oh, god dang it. Yeah, play IRL, you go pretty competitively. I don't even know I have this clip. You'd be surprised. You'll be surprised. I mean, today I started fighting Ibis. And the Ibis fight seems like it's harder than this fight so far. It's
Main system activating combat mode.
it doesn't seem as bad as Ibis, but it's certainly still bad. It's still a tough fight. The tricky part is the shield. Ibis, obviously, you can just immediately stagger.
Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
Yeah, is the how much health do you have, lady?
2 repair kits remaining.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Hold nothing back.
Well, she never hit me with that attack before. Ow. Oh, I got a good chunk of extra damage over the phase change.
Spark of war. The fires that haunt Rubicon. My brothers and sisters. Humanity wants to burn it all. Everything on Rubicon. I won't let you. Your fire must die.
Yeah. Ooh. That was tricky. Tricky, but like I said, I mean, there may be a phase 2 thing going on here. Kain, thank you very much for the follow.
Thank you.
Okay, the lights went out. And now it's a floaty husk in space. And all the lights are going out. This looks like there wasn't a phase 2. And if there was, well... I mean, this game, like, yeah, the Ibis fight, I was like, oh yeah, she's down! And then, like, the HUD vanishes for, like, a second. Okay, the generators on the back of that ship are triggering my trypophobia. Holy shit. Didn't like that. But yeah, the HUD vanished for like a second. Then the HUD came back and I was like, there's a phase 2. And then there's a earth-shattering kaboom. Cool guys, don't look at explosions, just boost away from them. This game is... It's a FromSoft title.
There were no winners at the close of the Coral War. When the storm of fire finally faded, only the ashes of civilization remained.
Yep, seems about right.
Ruined and haunted, the corporations made a joint announcement with the Planetary Closure Administration.
Excuse me?
Rubicon was to be abandoned, left a dead planet forever.
Should have left it like that to begin with.
The monster who burned the stars.
Oh yeah, that's me. Hi.
Vanished into the flames, never to be heard from again.
Oh, I exploded. Great. Love it.
That history would forever...
What ending?
The fires of Raven.
Nah, the fires of Raven. All right, nice. There you go. We did it. That wasn't too bad. People are like, "Oh yeah, this game's like." Yeah, it's definitely like after all the new game plus stuff, but it's like 65 hours, like 65 hours. That's because it's like 3 20-hour playthroughs. But what a game, though. That was another slam dunk home run from FromSoft. So yeah, I will be playing more of this, but I'll be playing it on my own time. Cause yeah, it's personally my game of the year. For me, my game of the year at the minute is Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is just far too good. But yeah, don't get me wrong, this was very, very good. That boss, oh my god, the first boss, he was so hard. I think he was the hardest boss in the whole game. I think I died against him more than anyone else. Oh my god, this thing was so shit. The big like tank thing with the chainsaws. I just hovered above it with my tetrapod using the songbird and just fired the grenades down the hole. He did like nothing to me, like almost no damage. Oh yeah, the autonomous assault craft, Balteus. I remember Balteus. Mostly because I heard them talk about Balteus several dozen times. Fucking Balteus, what a dick. Yeah, everybody was like, just FYI, this guy is like a major stumbling block. I got the worm. I think I got the worm. Yeah, I got the worm first try. The worm was easy. Compared to everything else, the stupid laser at the bottom of the thing took me 2 tries. Almost every single AC duel, I handily won. After finishing New Game Plus Balteus first trying was by far the boss that killed me the most. Yeah, but that, like, see, like, Ibis is my favorite boss fight, absolutely hands down. Like, yeah, she was top-notch enemy design. I think, I'm not gonna lie, like when I played Armored Core for Answer in AC5, I'm fairly certain that I almost exclusively used energy blades and the jump and basically the reverse jump legs, or the equivalent. I was just all about being as fast as possible. Not normally when I play these kind of games, I'm a glass cannon. Any kind of FromSoft game, I'm normally some sort of glass cannon. I can dish out intense punishment, but I can't take a hit for toffee. But fighting Balteus, and literally like every fucking second, Balteus was just like, "You're staggered, by the way. You can't take a hit from me because I stagger you every 2 to 3 seconds. And if you're not staggered, you might just immediately die horribly because of that whole small, what's it called? Oh yeah, colossal explosions that I'm throwing at you via these volley fire missiles. And don't even get me started on his flame sword thing. This weird flamethrower blade that he's got. Man, when I got him to phase 2, I was like, oh, phase change, yeah. And then it was like, whoosh, one shot me, and I'm like, what was that? Ah, deeply unfun. Deeply unfun. So that was when I was like, I need to go against my gut and just bulk up. So against everybody else, like up until Balteus, I was super lightweight and fast. After that, I was like, no, we're going to go tetrapod legs with medium. I think by the end of it, it was medium head, medium body. The Nachtreier arms, because the Nachtreier arms just have maximum weapon handling, which seems to be one of the reasons why my dual minigun tracking was so good, because the arms were just designed for it. And the heaviest tetrapod legs. But yeah, that was great. The sword tracking is too good. Yeah, it's awful. I think like almost every boss fight, it was one of those like my health was in the red, like no energy, no health, no shields, just, and all I was doing was just basically charging at them with the boost kick, just like just die. I got them, like obviously I got them eventually. I beat the game. There's the credits, but it's one of those. It was a rough journey, but a fun journey. Like I thoroughly enjoyed. Hold on a second. What is this little weird tooltip I've got going on Twitch? Go away. So what's your plan? What are you planning on playing next? Because my plan is so there's an achievement. Honestly, no idea yet. You're just kind of basking in the afterglow. Might want to S rank every mission. Oh, dude, good luck with that. As soon as I saw the replay giving you a ranking, I was just like, no. I've got like a few S's. At one point, one of my scores was like sad, just because I was like an S, an A, a D, and I'm like, yes, the old. Because some missions are like, especially like the defense point missions, can just fucking do one. It's like, defend this thing. By the way, you're defending it from suicide drones. Whoops-a-daisy, they took out all the shield. Yeah, defending the command center on the Xylem was... I only lost once, but it was still poo. But yeah, like, genuinely super fun game. This is the kind of, like, I've played so many mech action games that are just, you're a mech and you're like, I'm a big plodding mech. Oh, a target. But this just boosting or flying all over the place, just being so insanely fast is just so good. Man, Oodle and Bink Video. I have no idea what Oodle and Bink Video are. I just know that they're like everything. Woof.
Unlock condition verified. Playing back message. Sender, Handler Walter.
Thanks for destroying the planet,
621.
buddy.
the job done.
Yes.
You chose to carry our burden and right the wrongs of the past. I'm sorry. And I'm grateful. 621. There's nothing left to bind you. Whatever choices you make now, I just hope you find your true potential.
Cool. The Fires of Raven. Reach the ending, The Fires of Raven. Hooray!
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges. This is Allmind, the mercenary supports.
Looks like you passed the authenticate. That was quite the welcome home. Raven, I've picked...
Oh, yeah, okay, and it just dumps you right back at the start again. Huh. Alright. Didn't even unlock anything. Well, like I said, I'm when I stream games, I stream them to completion. It doesn't matter if there's New Game Plus or whatever. Like, I'm a variety streamer. I play lots. Also, sorry, Necron Tier. Hello and welcome. So I am actually going to save and quit because I'm done. I'm not done. Because I plan on getting the rest of the achievements because I collect FromSoft achievements. So although which one of these am I gonna... I'll probably bump Art. I mean, probably bump Art off and then just have Hollow Knight and then yeah. But yeah, so I'm not an achievement hunter by any... You can see here I've got, you know, like I've only got 19 perfect games out of 958. Yeah, like, but if the game is good enough, like Baldur's Gate 3 I've played for 216 hours. Yo, Chris, hello and welcome. I think AC6 is one of the games where you should stream New Game Plus to. At least try the first chapter. I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I don't see New Game Plus... I don't see the missions of New Game Plus being a challenge. I see the boss fights being a challenge because they'll have more health. But then again, I suppose they may have new attacks and stuff. But I will point out that ignoring the amount of games that I have, like you see here in my to be streamed section, I have far too many games on my streaming list. Although technically I have streamed this, so I can remove this. Goodbye. I have far too much to play. Oh, I know that New Game Plus isn't another playthrough. I know that the idea is you basically... It diverges 3 ways. Because there's 3 endings. There's basically side with the corporations, side with the planet... Probably side with the planet corporate... The Planet Closure Association. Or side with Ire. And I've already done the side with... Sorry, side with the mercenaries, side with the corporations, or side with Iron. I was sided with the mercenaries. And blew up the planet. What I mean is familiar missions have twists now. Well, cool. I mean, that again, that's something that I can look forward to. Because like I said, I'm going to be playing it through solo, but I have done what I set out to do, which is complete Armored Core 6 on stream. I did that. Because there's a lot of games with insane replayability. Yo, Mr. Dude Guy, sir. Hello, welcome. So that's me just finished Armored Core 6. Great job, Kain. That was fast. Yeah, it was 21.7 hours of playtime. And yeah. It was most Armored Cores do tend to be short. Super fast, all solo. Yeah, there's no co-op in Armored Core 6. There's 1-on-1 and 3v3 co-op, PvP rather. There's like a arena PvP. Most Armored Cores do tend to be short. Yeah, I don't remember, because I mean, like, obviously when people were saying like, oh yeah, there's 60 hours of gameplay, and I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, how many? I just did a quick Google. How many chapters are in Armored Core 6? And it said 5. And I was like, I'm on chapter 3, and I'm on the conclusion of chapter 3. How is there so much time in this? And there isn't. It's just there's a lot of gameplay and there's a lot of replayability, which is great. But thank you for the GGs. I genuinely appreciate it. It was a very fun game. It was hard. It's not the hardest FromSoft game. I still think that one thing I will say, unlike Millennia, who in Elden Ring, the boss Millennia in Elden Ring is deeply unfun to fight against, and is almost impossible to beat as a ranged character of any kind, whether it's intelligence, faith, arcane, dragon bullshit, just straight up archery, throwing weapons, anything like that. You just can't do it. And having played my entirety first playthrough of Elden Ring as a mage, and being able to quite handily pew everything to death, some bosses I struggled with. Getting to Millennia and just being like, great, I have to have a sword fight with her. It's like, what about your giant giga, like 80 intelligence brain? And it's like, doesn't matter, it's useless. I just have to sword fight her. And even then, it still took me like 40 or 50 attempts. I had the same thoughts, Kain. I was on chapter 3 thinking I'm almost done. Armored Core 3 was only 13 hours on average for an entire playthrough, and it didn't have as much story replayability as Armored Core 6. 40 to 50 is like my average for nearly every boss. Surely you're not that bad, dude. First of all, Winter, hello. Hello and welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I know there's more story, but for me, when a game's end credits roll, I have completed the game. Is there additional stuff? Yes. It's like, for example, Hades. When you first defeat Hades, and escape, it's like, okay, there's more to do. And then eventually, when you get to the post, when you beat the game and get the ending, there's still more things to do. But credit roll is where I say this is the game complete. Because the game it's not 100% beat, but the credits have rolled. Technically, I could start the game up, go to the credits section, and say the credits roll to beat the game. I think I spent, almost an hour making an emblem as well, so that took. Yeah, I've seen a lot, like, I didn't spend any time on an emblem. I was just like, oh, the Raven emblem, that looks cool, slap, there you go. It's not even a fucking real, it's not like spray painted on or anything, it's just a sticker. Just, There you go. Even Nier Automata. I've not. Nier Automata is actually it. Now, as a guy who loves action combat games, like I love Devil May Cry, I love Bayonetta, all that kind of stuff is right up my alley. Less so not so much the original God of War. Your God of War feels less character actiony. than the original. The original was trying to be in a similar wheelhouse to like Devil May Cry and stuff, and it was just a bit poo. Far too many QTEs to open a chest. But Nier Automata, I don't know, there was something about it. I was playing it and I was like, this is fun. And then it swapped from being a character action game to being a vertical bullet hell shooter to being a horizontal bullet hell shooter to having the actual sword combat on foot be a bullet hell shooter. And I was like, what the fuck is this game? Then I realized it was a thingy, a Yoko Taro game, and was like, no, this is my first mistake. How silly of me. Of course it's going to be an absolute mindfuck, clusterfuck of just weird bullshit. And unfortunately, it really put me off. I'm adding you to my favorites. Also, you played the past 8 Armored Core games. Opinion on 6. You think older fans will find it too Souls influenced? No. No. The only Souls influence in Armored Core 6 that anybody could be like, oh, those are is in the boss design. One of the bosses is very reminiscent of Millennia, just in terms of general vibe, the arena environment, that kind of stuff. It's hard because obviously that's like, everybody's like, oh, this game's a Souls-like. What makes it a Souls-like? It's hard. Does that mean if I go back to my PlayStation 1 and play a game on hard, it becomes a Souls-like? I haven't played Nier. Heard they're depressing. They're definitely bizarre. The closest to Nier that I've played is Drakengard. I've played all of the Drakengard games. I've not beat Drakengard 3 yet. I need to do that. But the Drakengard games are apparently in the same universe as the Nier games. And Drakengard has some of the most fucked up story and endings that I have came across in a video game. Like, what the fuck? When I see credits, I usually think, oh, the game is done, but this game is the exception to me, which is totally fair. Like, this game, like most games, they give you some sort of like, congratulations, big thumbs up, well done. The fact that this just went, end credits, have an achievement, dump you back into the cockpit, or back into the hangar, and be like, well, play the game some more. The new thing is the stagger mechanic from Sekiro. Now, this is another thing. So, as you may have guessed, I'm something of a weird outlier in the fact that my opinions on some of the FromSoft games are, you know, incendiary, inflammatory, fires of Rubicon level, because I'm like one of the only people that I know that really does not like Sekiro. Because, like, so in all of the Souls games, I'm giving you a free rant, by the way. In all of the Souls games, you can almost, like I said, Millennia, I had to change everything about what I did. But you can basically fight however you want. Big sword, wee sword, knife, hammer, axe, whatever, fat roll, fast roll, no pants, all the armor, whatever you want to do, you can do it, and you can beat you can beat the whole game like that if you just get good enough. Whereas, and the bosses are just, they go, I'm a fucking hit you now, and you go, okay, well, I'm a dodge. Whereas Sekiro involves almost no stabbing the enemy whatsoever. Sekiro is just do the dance, which is jump, block, Makiri counter. Jump, block, Makiri counter. Some flavor of that. Sometimes you might add in a dodge. Sometimes you might, alternate how you do the dodge, jump, Makiri counter thing. But all you do is not hit your opponent until your opponent eventually goes, stab me in the neck. Come on, just stab me in the neck. This is boring me now. So you stab them in the neck. Then they go, actually, I decided I didn't want to die from you stabbing me in the neck. So, phase 2, and then you do it again. I am that guy that was sitting in the background going, ooh, I really hope we get a new Tenchu Stealth Assassins game. And yeah, then we got Sekiro. And I played it. And I was massively disappointed. Because also, there's no build. People will be like, no, there's lots of custom. No, there's no customization in Sekiro. There's choose your gadget and sword. It's, and don't get me wrong, this is all in my opinion. It's not by any means a bad game. If you like it, great. But it has so much wrong with it, as far as I'm concerned, that it's really bizarre. Like, one of the things people are always like, oh yeah, like the Soulsborne series of games, and I'm like, yeah, and Sekiro's not a Soulsborne game at all in any way, shape, or form. People are like, yeah, it is, and I'm like, no, that's like saying Armored Core 6 is a Soulsborne game because it's made by FromSoft. It's like, no, get out of here. Anyway, let me have a look at this. Or jump off of them. Demon Souls, listen, Tenchu. Yeah, like, obviously, so when I say this, obviously you can tell that I'm not sitting here like, Sekiro was pure fucking pish. You know? Like, there's a jokiness to this, because I played it, it wasn't for me. That's why I've got that redeem about complaining about Sekiro, because it became a meme on my channel, and people were just kind of like, man, you really don't like Sekiro. And I'm like, yeah, it's more of a disappointment, because Sekiro was supposed to be Tenchu. And then somehow wires got crossed, and somebody was like, we should make this like, another Souls type thing. But then they were like, yeah, but we don't want to lose the soul. See what I did there? Of Tenchu, so we'll make it a stealth assassin game. But it's just, I think if you could just kill people with attacking them with your sword repeatedly over and over again, reliably, I probably wouldn't be too bothered. But it's like in an Armored Core 6, yeah, the key is breaking them, filling up the stagger gauge and then punishing them when they're weak. But you can just kill them without that. That's the difference. And Sekiro is practically impossible to kill any of the tougher enemies that are just little mooks by just going 1, 2, 3. 3 hits sword swash combo and they die. Kind of like my vendetta against Final Fantasy VII, because it ate budget from Xenogears, the objectively superior game. That's my hot take. Damn. Now, the one thing, I have played 2 hours or something of Xenogears, and I remember playing it as a kid, like looking at the box and being like, wow, giant robots, cool, and then playing 2 hours as some ponytailed martial artist guy punching people, and I'm like, where's the giant robots? I'm too young and impatient for this. I'm going to play something else. And I know that's doing Xenogears a disservice, because Xenogears is generally well received. Although, that being said, I tried to play Xenosaga for the first time. And the combat was kind of crap. And if it wasn't, unfortunately, there was also an emulated save glitch that basically meant I couldn't save it, even with save states. It's apparently well documented, and I was just like, yeah, this is meh. Which is funny, because I played like 3 or 4 games with Cosmos in it. I would love a remake of Xenogears, but imagine the fleshing out they would do for Disc 2. Yeah, Disc 2 was so incomplete. See, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the idea that basically any game suffering because of another game is not cool. It's like, don't do simultaneous releases. It's kind of like, because people were like, wait a minute, obviously Starfield is being released now. Well, early release, it releases properly for everybody. All the other plebs that didn't pay a shit ton of money, it releases tomorrow. And I was just kind of like, thinking, we're like, yeah, we're releasing Starfield. Starfield was released, cool. Now we are starting work on Elder Scrolls 6. And people are like, what do you mean starting work on? And it's like video games are like it's a multi-billion dollar industry. They can't afford to work on two Starfield, Elder Scrolls level, like Fallout, Elder Scrolls level games simultaneously. Are you mental? They ran out of budget. They tied together finished sections with characters sitting in a chair and narrating the stuff that happened in between. It was I will also point out my other hot take is that everybody's always talking about. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I say anything, just random thing. What's everybody in chat's favorite Final Fantasy game? And no, this isn't a, say what your favorite is and I will roast you kind of thing. Suffering. I hope Armored Core release revitalizes the mech genre because there's only really, this and Battletech Mech Warrior. Demon X Machina was fun enough. It was good. Yeah, I'm happy FromSoft decided to come back to Armored Core. Was really worried they might drop the series when they got way too popular with the Soul series. Nice. Final Fantasy Tactics and Vagrant Story, of course. Difficult. I need to replay 8, but 10 made me cry. Also, I probably should have specified. That's on me. I should have specified mainline numbered Final Fantasy game. Also, Vagrant Story was a game that I loved. Vagrant Story so much, but again, it's something that I would probably have to without saying it's. I'm not going to say it's bad or anything, but I remember playing that game and running around because the kind of like the targeting dome thing reminded me so much of Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve is one of my favorite JRPGs. I fucking love that game. And I remember fighting all these guys and just running up with my sword that I had made and upgraded all the bits on it. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, hiya! Oh, but I pressed the button and did it properly. Hiya! Oh, and I'm like, oh yeah, like a 40 hit combo on this guy and he's totally dead. That was cool. Then I got to this stone golem and it was like, by the way, this stone golem is immune to all damage basically. And I got my risk combo to like something like 400 and it still wasn't dead because it was dealing between 0 and 1 damage to it per hit. And that was when child me was just like, fuck this, I'm out. I think 12 was the one I played the most of. Ooh, I love Parasite Eve too. Parasite Eve, I remember so stupid and shit, right? So one day at secondary school, I remember the school was like, by the way, guys, we're having a sports day today. If you don't want to take part in any of the sports, because it's going to be the whole day, or like half the day. So like we went in, we had like a couple lessons in the morning, and I was like, if you want to go home, you can just go home, because there's no more lessons for the rest of the day. And so I was like, oh, I don't think anybody's going to be home for me. And I was talking to my buddy Gordon, and he was like, you can just come over to mine, because he lived like a short, like a 3 minute walk away from the school. So I went to my friend Gordon's and I hung out with him, and we just played games on his PlayStation. And one of them was Parasite Eve. And he thought it would be the funniest thing ever to name her Slut. We were 13 at the time. 13, 14 maybe. So it was quite funny. It was one of those, it was funny a little bit for a little while, because characters were like, hey slut, and she was just like, ugh, because Aya's a little bit kind of dour. She's not the most friendly lady at the start. But yeah, when I finally got to play it myself, I had an absolute fucking blast with the game. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge fan of music and opera. So the fact that it was called the operatic RPG, I was just like, fuck yeah. My sister's close to finishing Parasite Eve. She loves it. Your sister has taste. Also, to bring back to my earlier point, my favorite Final Fantasy is 8. And Final Fantasy 8 is almost... It's one of these weird things, right? Where Final Fantasy 8 was clearly well loved enough for Final Fantasy 9 to exist. And yet, it's people are like, I don't know. It's just everybody's like, we just love 7. That's like walking into an ice cream bar and being like, oh wow, vanilla, my favorite, yum yum yum. And that's not saying that vanilla is not bad. It's just it's vanilla. Everybody likes vanilla, but you know, like I don't like chocolate ice cream, but I like strawberry ice cream and banana ice cream and and mint choc chip. There's a lot of flavors. I've played the only Final Fantasies I've not played are 1, 2, and 3. I like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 I played for the first time this year. 9 is and again, I know that already. Everybody's like, how could you not like 9? It's like the darling of the Final Fantasy thing. Like for all the people who are like, no, get rid of 7, 9 is the best. And I was like, 9 was fine. It was full of plot holes. The character designs were awful. Freya was the only character in the game that I liked. But like, it just wasn't that great. Everybody's like, how dare you? How dare you? And I'm like, I guess I dare. 10 was fine, apart from the laughing. And just Titus in general was insufferable. 11 was an MMO. 12, I didn't like the Gambit system. And again, 12 had insufferable cast members. All the people who were worth anything were Fran and Balthier. Van and Pinello can take and do one. 13, don't really need to say much about 13. It was a bad game with terrible characters. Final Fantasy 14 is probably the best MMO that I've ever played. And Final Fantasy 15, well, it's also not very good. Final Fantasy 9 is so great. Final Fantasy is your favorite too? Nice. I think it's biased from the fact that 7 is their first Final Fantasy. Yeah. But yeah, that triggers me even more because of Xenogears. Never played 9. Biggest complaint I hear is the combat is very slow to load. Can't be anywhere near as slow to load as Kodelka though. Yeah, how long actually, you know what, I'm curious. Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition. How long did I play it for? I played it for 5 hours. I played it for 5 hours, got 17% of the achievements. The last time I played it was 4 years ago. But yeah, I had way more fun with this. This was insanely dumb fun. Like, whoever sat down and went, Final Fantasy, but Neo. Final Fantasy, but Neo. Because I went through this as like a monk. And I was just having an absolute fucking blast punching people to bits. It was so good. The remake was my first Final Fantasy. I did not have access to a PlayStation in my younger years. Hey, listen. Being able to go back and play older Final Fantasy games, like having played the remake, would I say go back and play the original? Yes, because like Final Fantasy VII and the remaster are two different animals entirely. Worst thing about playing old Square games is nobody can agree on the best version. Something's always busted or missing. Yep. Well, I'm ahead now. It's really late over here. Good night. Have a good rest of the stream. Exciting. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. And for the follow. You enjoy the rest of your evening and sleep well. But yeah, like, there is always some sort of... There's always a problem. Like, so the reason why I was gone 100% this, but then I decided against it, because I found out that they locked achievement progression behind the DLC. And I was just like, ah, yeah, well, fuck that. Like, nah, alright. Sounds like normal fan stuff when you have such a long franchise as Final Fantasy. Like when you have, like me, and Dark Souls 2. I enjoyed 2 despite the flack it gets. Yeah. Dark Souls 2 is hands down the worst Dark Souls game. However, it's still good. Like the Dark Souls series, like you can arrange the Dark Souls games in whichever order you like, in order of, you know, which game you like the best, including Bloodborne, which is the best, in my opinion. Dark Souls 2 is always at the bottom of the list, but it's still good. Like I finished a co-op playthrough with my buddy the John of War, just last month, when the servers came back up after being down for like 2 years, and it was fine. It just it does a lot of things bad. That's yeah. The whole achievement locking thing is horseshit, absolute horseshit. As soon as I found out about it, I was just like, ah. I also found it funny when I got to the final boss of this, and I was just kind of like, oh man, how do I beat him? And then I was like, oh, I forgot, Ultima. Just spam cast Ultima. He kind of goes, ow, I guess I'll die. It was very funny. Ego of War, that guy, you gotta humble him. Dude, I do. I humble him regularly. Constantly, almost. Update this. Starfield. Click this button. Download it now. App's not released. Big sad panda face. I think this might actually release like tonight, like tomorrow, but like you know what, I guess at 1 a.m. or something release. Yeah, something like that. I would love if Bloodborne ever came to PC, but that's a pipe dream. Necron, I'm right there with you. I have a PS5. No, I don't. What drugs am I smoking? I'm way too poor for a fucking PS5. I have a PS4 that I bought a long time ago. And it's a Bloodborne machine. In fact, you know what? I'm curious. Hold on. I want to see what games I actually even have from my PS4. Well, I have some. Bloodborne. Train to Busan. Train to Busan's a very good movie. It's not a game though. I have this, which is Sakura Wars. Oh. It has, of course it does. It's a Sega game. It's got waifu stickers. Oh my god, it even has a little booklet. Hold on. Oh, it's just all the... I got excited that I was like, this is the first time I've seen a video game booklet in like a million years. I should probably play this. This is waifu robots. I should probably stream this. Remember the MGS2's booklet? I actually don't. I played the shit out of Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh my god. The cases are so dirty. I've got the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which the Final Fantasy VII Remake that got me a copyright strike and an angry email from Square's lawyers because I played it too early. Then I have this game, which a lot of people have never heard of or played, but it's amazing. Deception 4 Nightmare Princess. Nightmare Princess is like the DLC Game of the Year kind of edition. It's a game where you basically build Rube Goldberg machines of death and kill people. It's very good. Yeah, remember when your games actually had booklets that were 2 to 5 pages? Yes. I remember it was the highlight of, you bought a game, like, so I would have to go to the city centre to buy games, so I would get the bus into town, buy a game, then get the bus home, and on the way home, I would read the book So I would learn about the story, I would learn the controls, so then when I got home I could just put it in and play it. It was almost like the bus was the tutorial. Speaking of robots, did you ever play 13 Sentinels from Vanillaware? No. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that it's 13 Sentinels is almost like a giant robot visual novel mild strategy game thing. And the last two I have is Shadow of War and Horizon Zero Dawn, complete with an absolutely mangled case. I'm not sure how this happened, but the case is just fucked. I also have a Blu-ray of Dread, arguably my favorite movie of all time. I know the people would be like, Dread? I'd be like, yeah. I'm not even the biggest fan of 2000 AD, but Judge Dredd, pretty it. Oh, I missed one. I also have Kingdom Hearts 3. I also have Kingdom Hearts 3, which I actually have. I bought it from a charity shop for like £3. It was like £2.50 or £3 or something like that. And I just don't have the heart to play it. I'm just like, I'll play this, I'll enjoy the gameplay, but the story is just going to be so much nonsensical bullshit. You enjoyed it quite a bit, and you don't play visual novels. Nice. I am still displeased that Warner Brothers copyrighted the Nemesis system. Yeah, the Nemesis system is a very, very cool idea. Booklet character bios would be 3 lines long, yet do enough to flesh them out. Those days, games need to be 20 hours. Yeah. No, you don't. Nobody plays Kingdom Hearts that has a beard. Right. I'm going to very, very, very quickly end the stream, and I'll turn the stream back on to start my absurd Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. So, don't go anywhere. Look, I'm ending the stream. Woo, Lucas, the stream is ending. Woo, no. I'll be back. Absurd, you're going to solo it? I am not soloing an absurd playthrough, no. That would be crazy. Anyway, back in a sec.